Hello, traders. Welcome to the weekly open, weekly close stream. Could be both, you know, depending on futures versus spot for crypto. Really good news. Really great to see here. This is what we gotta have. We had to have it, man. It's like mandatory at this point, where we got Bitcoin buyers defending the key inflections in the bottom of the inflection zone, 63,588. Buyers now recapturing 64.9. This is huge, dude. This could be it. I mean, like, if we're talking about technical stuff, price action correlating to key levels. I mean, look, they're trying to defend this level for the second time and re-breaking out right here. I mean, this is hopefully it, man. But I don't really know. I mean, there's not much. Like this obviously has everything to do with futures, stock market futures gapping up. You have S&P futures up 0.69%. Bottom left NASDAQ up 1.16%, gapped up. So these gaps are going to fill, you know it, dude. Dow Jones up 0.5%, Russell 2000 up 0.88%. So gaps fill, we know this. Where we are now could very well be opposite tomorrow, but good to see some relief. But unfortunately, the distribution is still like ongoing, even with this gap up out the gate. As you can see, this probably, I would say, the key level right here. I don't know. This stuff's screwed up, dude. I'm not able to use my tools here or something. Hotkeys aren't working. I'm a keyboard. What are they called? They'd call them a while. I'm an S peddler because you're like backpedaling. Oh yeah, I'm a backpedaler without my hotkeys. Still below that 28,660. Even you could be like, all right, man. What about this. I can't use hotkeys. Oh my god. 28.6. So that's just like your zone, the beginning here, and you're below it. So obviously they could continue to rally this, could back test it. The thing is, you could even recapture it, but if they're making like a lower high than 29.2 here, it's just this, more of the same of what we've been seeing go on. Just put in the highest high, big sell-off, attempted rally, 886 rally, completed that W shape, confirmed the lower high, then sold off, then another lower high, then that distribution started really becoming apparent, and that's where we're at. So it was a pretty somber close on Friday, but my god, man, this Bitcoin chart right here, what if you just have your stop loss below 63,588? That's it. That's all you got to do. Someone owns Bitcoin. They have their stop below 63,588. What is 63,588? If I show you again, gosh dang it, I'll show you again. 63,588. Oh, it's that highest daily candle close in human history, April 2021. And then the wick high that they're recapturing right now, 64,899. I mean, this is to the cent right here. That's everything. Like, yeah, argument would be to not own the asset below that level, but they just confirmed it as support, not once, but maybe twice. Okay, easy enough. Where you ride it, probably to 70. You try. I mean, they're obviously going to attempt 67K again. But if this is real, my God, you got to have a good macro. Macro's not going to let this happen. The index funds start dumping. Yeah, we are screwed probably on everything, but Bitcoin's been... Already showed you the fractal, right? Remember? The fractal. 2021. Late 2021. When it was over, it was the inverse. It was this. This is where we are. It's like right here. If we're living in fractal world, we're right here. So the next things that happen, possibly, big green candles. Right? Like, look, you see it above my head right now. You see all these higher lows, different time scale. But you see the higher lows here, November 2021, over the course of a week or two, correlation to the key level, and then just huge moves. So that's the theory here. That's where we're at, in inverse, opposite world, hopefully. It'd be kind of weird if it didn't play out that way, but just based on psychology, right? You identify these structures, bots run the show. It looks like someone maybe is aggressively accumulating locally over the course of 3 weeks. And now we're just, if this is real, we're just waiting for probably 70K, 71K. Vintage MRTA. Yes, dude. Yes. Super vintage. It's, you would say it's super patinaed, Trader Man. That's right. Dude, it's like... We're not here to be like, oh, Nostradamus here. Yes, I know it's going up or down. No, it's just like, hey, you can manage your risk pretty optimally with a stop below 63,588. You know your upside's insanely good if this plays out. It's 3-to-1 minimum. I mean, really, what would it be? Even if, like, say you're just like, all right, I'm buying right now, market order almost, right? I mean, you could just, if it's that, it's just like one take profit. It's a 3.87 to 1. You could give that a shot. You fail, whatever, but... Hey man, risk management, and you have some sort of an edge. It seems like, well, dude, my keyboard not working. What the? Then you go to the weekly. Remember, the weekly is the gasoline, the tannerite behind this daily price action to the level. I mean, I know I hate how it's like, oh, 4 green candles in a row, bro. Let me hide this real quick. Yeah, no break of the major supply line. But remember, back above the 200, coming off the bullish engulfing candle, buyers recapturing the key, 60K, the old candle closes on the weekly from April. I mean, that being defended, it's just like, man, for this thing to like sputter out before seeing 70 would be, it would just be horrible. Like if the technicals were going to fail that bad. So I think that like if the technicals are respected, Bitcoin does go higher soon, but not for a trend reversal. Remember, only for a larger wave up. Sellers are exhausted, even though they control this asset right now, and they've done that for, shoot, dude, 10 months, 9 months. Those sellers that have been in control, we are, I mean, it is being signaled that they're exhausted. And you can look at the significant time scale oscillators. Look at that, man. Your first level of positive momentum is about to be cemented. And you would just think, oh, okay, we'll get more positive momentum building off of that. And this comes off the divergence. So let's hope, man. Let's hope. That's all we can do. Smoke opium, understand we're at a place where maybe we can manage our risk, but we have no expectations, right? We would be completely, poker face, understanding if all this failed and we dumped, but we're just, right? That's what we do. That's Mark Douglas principles taught here. All right, we can go to Ethereum. Exact same situation on the weekly. Like primo, type 2 return of massive M shape. I like it. It's a little bit better because it's just lined up with a way, I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty strong support there. I mean, 1730 above that, back testing it. Same type of divergence on the MACD histogram, not the RSI like Bitcoin has. You kind of did maybe break a supply line here. Either way, yeah, I think we already talked about it. Either way you anchor, whether it's this one or this one, it's broken out. And so you think like, what comes from this? Typically, a lot of times it can anyway. It can go 886. So the only thing I don't like about it is this is such a shallow retrace, so pathetic. And the thing is with it, like it could still go sideways for a few weeks and then pump higher. But yeah, you have a really interesting weekly. No, this is not surprising if you've been watching the streams. What's up, Jarrett? Yep, doing well, man. Hope you all had a good weekend. This is incredible. This could be an incredible development where you're just locally looking at price action on Bitcoin above my head, and you just see one low and a second low, and both these lows are locally higher than this low. It's higher than this low, and this low. So it's just like trending, short-term trend behavior on Bitcoin for now. And again, not just that, the recapturing, the current attempt of the recapturing of the inflection zone bottom, and the upside is insanely good, like 10% upside if buyers can actually, if this is actually real and not a fake out bullcrap and the macro collapses in on itself, so that just wanted to reiterate Bitcoin and Ethereum here. We can go to the S&P 500 real quick. Sorry, up 0.67%. So choppy, so difficult to kind of visualize what's going on. They broke the diamond pattern, right? It looked like a good diamond, and then there was no follow through. Locally, they couldn't break 7,600, and then roll over again. So you're like, oh man, maybe we're confirming distribution here. And that's kind of the way the week ended, where it was like not a great weekend. And then sure enough, they gap it up on kind of nothing. So you could, whatever, diamond pattern. Sure, we like those for the memes and the posterity. We love Thomas Bulkowski and all that. But, at the same time, it's like, is that diamond really able to serve me? I don't really think it is able to serve me that well right now. I don't know how I would play it or how I'd be able to take action on it. So yeah, I mean, there's some decent levels, 75.25 there. They can't really break that. That's the last thing that happened, was they back tested that as resistance. So it's just chopping, man. Super neutral. I guess we're just flipping to neutral here because they can't make a lower low, and they're unable to make higher highs. That is certainly price contraction, and that is ranged out in the middle of the range, right? Like if you see like, 73.45 and 7,600 in the dead middle. So get your coins out and start flipping them while Bitcoin pumps to near its high of day. And this is the really, really nice price action that we had to have, and we're getting it now. And so that weekly optimism, cautious optimism, is still definitely there. No need to be a doomer right now on Bitcoin, because you had all that time to be a doomer before. Oops, what did this do? Okay, 60-minute candle, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, not bad. So let's see what happens as the which way they're going to break it. The warring of the buyers and sellers is certainly still going on. So I wonder if we can look at it like, okay, this is the top of the range, 75.81 to 76.20. Really tough, man. Okay, so Dow Jones, industrial average. Hey, look at that. They took it to the bottom of the channel and they just gapped it up there. But you know that gap's going to fill. They might fill it tonight and then might run tomorrow. But there wasn't really an edge or anything like that. Just some downsloping consolidation. Not really wouldn't consider that really a bull flag because there wasn't really much of a bull pull behind it. So you just get little corrective waves and uptrends. Okay, they don't have to have names. All right, we keep our eye on Bitcoin above my head. It's amazing. You know, right here where it's like, can we trust the rising wedge? I mean, we can trust it as like, hey, it's a structure, sure, but can we trust it as like a bearish reversal pattern? That's yet to be foretold, I guess. Crazy good uptrend, but I mean, their buyers are a little stagnant, aren't they? I mean, we're talking 5 weeks. Really spinning the wheels going nowhere. 3,000, such a psychological resistance. Wild. So yeah, small caps still maybe have a chance to keep doing their thing individually to individual small caps. But dude, small cap trading is really tough, man, because it's like crypto. I mean, you're gonna get 6-7% swings all the time. You better be really acclimated to that type of volatility. What's up, Ahaluka? What's up, dude? What's up, Beatroids? Almost sending triangle. Those peaks weren't. Yeah, well, that's the thing, though, Beatroids. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's like, oh, is that a big sell wall? And then they're accumulating. I don't think that's fair because, like, it's definitely not a sell wall. But, dude, I think Bitcoin looks better than the index funds right now in terms from a risk management perspective. This thing has been destroyed, but we have, like, discernible pattern. The dragon, they already broke out of the dragon. They pretty much back tested the dragon breakout. But it's just more about that fractal, that 2021 fractal, where you flipped it over. This is literally 2021. One test, the higher high, and then just all of a sudden, just aggressive amounts of distribution going on. And now we're just getting formal back tests of key levels from history as support. And it's just like, dude, there's wide open spaces here. All right, there just definitely is. I don't care who you're talking to. This is the exact same psychology I'm seeing that I saw in November 2021 in inverse style. So we got Bitcoin highs of day, 65.3 right here. Let's see if this can continue to pump leading into maybe the overnight session when it starts at 8 p.m. It doesn't look like you need much help. Bitcoin doesn't need much help from these futures that aren't really moving. I mean, they're up, like, right, of course, that initial pop, but this is like a really good environment. I think we've been talking about the environment. If the index funds can just hang on, then that would be great. You know, if NVIDIA can just get its act together and that trade setup can play out for us. This has, again, 10% upside up to 71K, 72. It's the 200 moving average. Wherever that ends up, by the time we get there, we'd probably be pretty fast. So just keep your eyes on the prize. Understand what's happening right now. The argument is actually getting stronger now. Okay. That's kind of why I'm here, man. Just saying kind of the same thing I've been saying for the past week. The weekly and the unfortunate price action we were receiving, you know, the latter part of the week. But regardless, this is a really good development. Okay, so we looked at the futures, we looked at Bitcoin, we looked at Ethereum. We can look at total, I guess. It's been a minute. I know, not really, but let me see if my works. Yeah, so same thing. The dragon, you have a dragon pattern, right? Same type of predictable pattern, wave structure, where we're just waiting on Bitcoin to really run to the 70s. And then if that happens, 2.22 trillion. If they break that, easy ride to 2.3. And, you know, like, I mean, dragons, what are they? 618s? Great. 2.4 trillion. I would say probably just wherever the 200 moving average is, the price could run to that. And that'd be just a common everyday dragon tail where it runs to Fibonacci wise. So Yeah, there's upside. You just got to break last resistance right here, man. This is it. Let's freaking go. Totals. I like totals. Been a while, Jonathan.
I like turtles. I like turtles.
All right, dude.
I have some evidence Fanbear Pig could be in this area.
Very good here. Okay, some hope has been rekindled in crypto. Look at this, 65,350 on Bitcoin. 24 minutes till the 60-minute. Well, an hour 24 minutes till the daily, weekly candle close. So we can switch gears to gold and silver now. Branches that are also open. Gold up already 1% on the gap up. In typical chop, you flip the chart over, you could like literally understand like why, like, okay, this whatever this move. My God, dude, my PC's F, bro. Y'all don't even understand how F my PC is. You could get like kind of why, like it does look like a little bit of stagnation up here with the candle close or the wick. Oh man, look at that local back test on just Friday alone. Wow, the swing low, they tested it as support. Are you gonna gap it up already and just start running? I mean, this is kind of what it looks like when market participants get tired. You get test, and you keep failing. So are they spring back testing as of Friday? Kind of tough to say. But yeah, I guess anything above 4,022 is good right now. Trying to defend and hold it. All right. Up a percent. Silver's up almost 3%, man. This market's nuts. Yeah, is the flag even real? I don't know, man. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just... Okay, my keyboard just doesn't work. Sorry. All these technical problems now, man. I mean, you could just look at it like a rectangle. Sure. Rectangling, dead middle of rectangle, gapped up. Could continue for a little bit higher. They might even take it to 62.86 if they want to keep it actually contained within this. But, you know, these patterns sometimes from, oh, whatever they were, maybe it's something else, and that's where we're at. Look at Bitcoin chat, 65,384 right now, the highs of day. Continue to pump up 1.68%. This is huge, man. I'm telling you, this is like the level where if you cared, if you didn't care, it's time to care for at least a 10% wave, a 10% move up. This is it, man. I mean, this is probably one of the last attempts. I mean, chances that sellers are going to have near here, just due to all the failures they've had and just the evidence of reaccumulation. I would just say it's aggressive accumulation based on they made the lower low, slightly lower low, and then all of a sudden you just start seeing that. It's like, man, never forget 2021 when that happened the other way. So we're in opposite world. Okay, gold and silver up, risk on up, and then we can look at U.S. oil destroyed, down 6.6% after a stupid run, man. Are you kidding me? What is it up? What was it up? It was up 37% in 21 days. But yeah, gap down. News, Iran every weekend, the same bull crap, making the market impossible to even like think about. Like you just have to have a trading plan on a structure. You know, have your entry, your stop loss, and you got to let it ride. You cannot be paying attention to these moves. Like, you just can't, because Trump is like legitimately, I don't even know what he's doing. You know, he just tweets and the market freaks out. The algos and bots freak out and this stuff happens. So it's a very tough market to be participating in. So you got to have conviction in your trading plans, more so now than ever. Like, and again, like what would be the play right now? Probably Nvidia, probably. You know, we don't know. All we know is structures, and it's just like, here's a key level, here's the pattern. Yeah, they couldn't break the neckline. They were trying to break it out, and then the macro crapped out so bad on earnings. Tesla dumping 30% in a week. You know, Google getting wrecked too on earnings, and it's like, well, it's really tough for Nvidia to do much in those conditions, but it still isn't dead yet, right? I think your argument collapses or becomes invalid below 196. And you're just staring at it and you're just like, man, this is the one. This is literally Neo of the stock market for sure. Still is. People just forgot that it's Neo because it's been consolidating bullishly for like 8 months, 9 months. And you can just see like all this base, you know, up here, right? You can see the swing highs at 196, 200. They're flipping it now. They're spending all this time above that zone, and now they're flipping it, and you're just seeing like maybe buyers are recapturing momentum. Maybe. There's Bitcoin 65,423. It's not gonna stop probably, man. This is it. This is it, dude. What is he doing? What is who doing, dude? Oh, Trump. Yeah, dude. It's just dude's clearly looking out for himself. You know, and his own money, his family, and his administration's own money. I mean, like these moves are kind of crazy, dude. Like, not an easy market because of just headlines and garbage and all that. So, anyway, we'll see. I don't know. The DXY open. Bitcoin's still going. Yeah, gap down, of course, right? But dude, come on. I mean, bull flag breakout. Down 0.16%. Ooh, like this thing is, it looks like it's about to be confirmed Wyckoff accumulation. We're so close. I mean, the daily, you can even see like a really nice flag there. That is so pretty, right? If you flipped it, it'd be like, we're cooked. I mean, that's like, okay, all the distribution, last point of supply, and then the bearish back test. Dude, that's as bearish as you could probably ever get it. So it's probably as bullish as you could ever get it in this situation, I guess. We need like, you need to see a higher high, and that would pretty much confirm it. So what's up, Matt Cotton? What's up, Return of Mac? Oh, it's Hoarder here. Order happy. Element of P. What's up, Brad? Yeah, dude, you're just, I mean, you're probably better off. Whatever happens on Friday, you're probably in good shape to just inverse whatever that's going to be for the Sunday evening open. Due to just crap, so I guess we can do since, I'll see on Friday. We can look at like the Mag 7s weekly closes. Yeah, I mean the weekly close below 388 wasn't good on Microsoft, and close below the 200-week simple moving average also not good. Man, that's tough. They're struggling there. That could have been huge. Maybe they still got a chance, but dude, below 388 and the 200 weekly moving average on Microsoft, that's kind of really tough right here. Though I do get it. They're kind of trying to type 1, type 2 return. I think like, we just really want to be watching 388. If they recapture that, it might be good for some upside. 430 to 440. Damn, man, this one's just been terrible, dude. Topped out October. It's just never been the same. Man, Google, lowest weekly candle close confirmed since April 6th. Not really a big deal, though. This continues to drop. It's not going to be a big deal. This thing has just been going. Nothing really in the oscillators. No structure here. Just kind of topped out. All right. I mean, definitely some bearish divergence on the higher high and the RSI, of course. But, okay, let's see if it takes out 275. It's probably fine until it does lose that. Amazon weekly 3. That's an actual pretty much falling 3 methods bearish continuation pattern confirmed on Friday. That's crazy, right? You got a 5 candlestick pattern. It's kind of off a little bit. I mean, that still probably meets the criteria. It was nasty. Lost 6+% of its value last week, and then did lose that critical 242 level. God, man, so annoying. So, I mean, right, you want Nvidia to stay above the level it's above. You want Amazon to recapture 242. You want Bitcoin to correlate positively to this gray zone here, right? There's just things you want assets to do, and that would give you more confidence to believe bigger rallies coming. And like this is like not what you were looking for on Amazon in the short term. Hey, maybe this week they recapture 242, then we got a shot. But Yeah, we just got to like deal with it. And you got earnings coming up also this week, Thursday. Oh, speaking of Thursday, y'all, listen to this. This is crazy. I mean, pretty sure this is like gonna happen. Okay, so Jake has a company called MVP, and they are merging with another company, Most Valuable Promotions, where they like, you know, promote like fighters, MMA fighters, and boxers and all that. And there's this other company that they're virtually acquiring, but it's called a merger because the name's gonna be MVP still when it's done. But Jake's gonna be he's gonna be ringing the bell at the New York Stock Exchange on Thursday morning, and I'm going. So I don't know where I'm gonna be at, if I'm gonna be like in the front or whatever, but I'm gonna be like up there with him for that. Introduce him to my Wall Street buddies, Peter Tushman and them, and just have a good time. It'll probably be some good content. We're gonna screw around and act like we're making a big trade, but just like what? Ringing the bell on Thursday. Tune in on CNBC. You might see me, you might not. I don't know how it's going to go. But anyway, so Thursday, that same day, ringing the bell, Amazon will be reporting earnings, I think at the close. Oh, we looked at a video already, but not on the weekly. Weekly is still like, yeah, you really want to see 212. I mean, they can't break it yet. And it's just, come on, we're so close, dude. So freaking close. I guess they are holding that 202 high. So just praying for the inverse head and shoulders to play out and the long-term consolidation concluding with a breakout above 212 straight to 238. What's up, Eric, dude? Caffeine. Sweet, dude. Yeah. Harmonic Fisherman. It's lit as of. I don't know, SoFlo Mick. I might be. Like, I was on TV and we didn't, like, I was just, like, on the trading floor. Like, CNBC will be, like, talking in random spots and, like, we walked by with our coffee and all that. So, got a picture of that from last time I was there. But, yeah. Let's look at Meta real quick. Dang, man. Type 1 reaction completed after they hit the supply line of the downtrend. Jeez, what a nasty close, dude. Like, down 8% on the week, and they lost that 600. That's so, that's like, well, here we are on Friday, and this is all the stuff that happened. And it's just like, makes you want to vomit. And it's like, it's just not good. And then, herpaderp, you got Trump, and you got stupid headlines in Iran. Close my straight, open my straight, close my straight, open, gap up, gap down, freak out, like, yeah, it's like you look at this, it's like it's not very good, and then you're just gonna gap up probably 3% tomorrow, and it's like back above key level, and it's just, dude, it's all so tiresome. Like, this market's too stupid for me. Apple does the king, dude. I mean, that's a crazy weekly though. Holy crap! I know it closed near all-time highs, but dude, is that? I mean, that's definitely a potential hanging man of sorts. But it may not. Like, if they just run this higher and close above 340 on the week, it's not a pattern, not a bearish reversal. So could be, but we definitely need a week for confirmation, and we have earnings coming up on Thursday. Earnings, big day on Thursday. Wow, what a weekly close on Apple. And then Tesla, dude, horrible. Like, Tesla, sorry, it was a 20% candle. I might have been thinking more about TSLL. It was the lowest weekly candle close since July 28th. So we're talking straight up 52-week lows on the close. Wow. And you can see 294 to 300 how big of a deal it is. You cannot lose that. If you lose it, well, it's probably you're probably going to 200. You'll probably lose a third of your value if you lose 294. I would imagine 294 to 300. Maybe they overshoot it a little bit. That's going to be a major battleground where I would imagine buyers would try to defend that. Like, you know, big institutions like aren't wanting their Tesla to get that destroyed. There might be some aggressive bidding, at least at first, at that level. You're not quite there yet either. So it's going to go down a little bit more probably to go test and see how much liquidity is there. So JT, man, dude, it is literally a coin flip. Like, hey, you know what happened? Apple was doing something like this back in the day. I think it was 2021. Maybe it was 2022. Maybe it was 2020 or 29. The GUG guy. Y'all look up when did the GUG guy get created? Whatever that year was. Apple had already, like, I think, broken into price discovery. It was at a 1618 fib extension. It was already seemed overheated, and then earnings. And the GUG guy, this guy, he bought put options on Apple when it seemed like it was overheated going into earnings, and then they reported earnings, and what happened? He was down $40,000 the next day at open of the next day because he thought it was done. Apple was done, and it had been running and running. Perfect. I mean, I don't think he was buying puts because it was at 1618. I think he was just DJing gambling. And there was like a bug too on Robinhood where he wasn't supposed to be able to do that, but he did, and he was down 40K. So I'm just a kid. I think he was like a high school kid too. So yeah, Google negative cash flow. Yeah. Oh, we can look at the MAGs. MAGS. All of them. It is kind of a very mixed. I mean, it's just NVIDIA's chart. It's pretty much the NVIDIA chart. Yeah, that's a really unfortunate, thing that happened. That high, that old high from November was up thrusted and then back tested. Not last week, but the week before. Really nasty close. So you better pray. Like, if you flip this chart over, it's kind of super scary. Like, this is the last thing you would ever effing want. I'm talking ever. This is the thing you would want more than anything if you ever wanted to take action on longing an asset. Okay, you have. I know the downtrend sucks, right? But you have a low and you have a slightly lower low, and you probably have bearish divergence on the weekly. Of course you do on the RSI anyway, for sure. So the Mag 7 ETF does not look good on the weekly. It looks like, oh. And I'm not saying that your trend is bad or anything like that. I'm just talking about it. It's like this is a technical event. That's a technical event. The spring back test or the up thrust back test of up thrust, which increases your probability more than anything that you're going lower. Right? Just think of the psychology here. The buyers would have run. They pushed it up one time. And that was it. And then a sell-off. And then the buyers attempted a rally here. And they did breach to higher highs, but barely, not for long. And then market participants realized there just wasn't enough to keep it going. And then you got the big red engulfing candle right back below that key level. That is a definitive up thrust. It's what it's called. If you flip it, it's called the spring. Okay, when they lose the level, but nothing happens and the buyers recapture that same level they lost. It's called the spring. And then you need the spring back test to confirm what was once support is now support again. They did that last week at the highs, and that's what's so bad about what I'm looking at here. So I hope it's all bull crap. No big deal, man, but that sucks. Being objective and just going by the book, that's the worst price action you would ever be able to see. IMO. Caesar, you know how I am, man. Caesar, to buy Tesla again, I'm going to want to see a structure develop, a big one. You are not in that right now. I would want to see something like this. I want to see that. Oh, dude, it might be December by the time we ever got that. And then absolutely, for a couple of reasons, because think about if it did something like that, swing low, previous low to high, you're in that deep 786 territory, 200-week moving average is there. They lose the level, they lose it again, but then they recapture the level and then reconfirm it as support. What we're just talking about on the mags, right? That spring back test to spring, a formal back test. What was once a resistance is being confirmed as support again. I'm not the only one that sees that. A lot of other people have their bots programmed to see that when that happens, that's a form of confirmation, and you typically get stuff like this after. And then it'll probably, the way it's been going, it'll probably do something like this and then come right back down. So unfortunately, like, you know, is it good to hold Tesla long term? Dude, you got to look at their balance sheet, their debt. You got to do that thinking for yourself. I'm not an investor. I'm not, you know, financial advisor, right? Like, if you like Tesla, yeah, be an owner, whatever. But if you care about, like, what's the point of this stream, just this stream, not any other stream. I mean, they might be, right? But I'm saying right here, we're just trying to make technical arguments to the best of our ability. And thus, what's a technical argument? When we are able to identify a structure that's been in development for a pretty long time, that's near its tail end of development, with positive price action correlation to a key level. It's the same thing. It's like a formula, right? So cut through that 618 like a hot knife through butter, so they could still, like, you know, whatever, they could just do this and come back down. You know, like, it's tough, man. You're not in an area where there's an edge. You're impulsing down. There's never an edge when you're in an impulse phase. There's two phases, right? To the market, there's the impulse and consolidation. Impulse, consolidation, whether it's trending up or down. Impulse down, consolidation, impulse down, consolidation, impulse up sometimes. Consolidation, impulse up, consolidation, impulse down. We're in an impulse right now, so there can't be an edge. So anyway, yeah, it's rough, dude. Rough days for Elon. Let's go look at SpaceX, I guess, since we're here anyway, you know. SpaceX. We're gonna explore space. Thanks for the 446 people tuned in. Yeah, if you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, that bell, sub. It's good to see y'all. Just because, like, we, you know, dude, if you're listening in right now of the 450, you've probably been around a long time. Like, you've been like a sub and stuff, and you know, we've seen better days in terms of like hype and sentiment and relevance on this channel and stream. So, like, if you are still here after all that, man, you are a real one. You're my realest ones, all of you watching. So thank y'all for that. You know how long we've been doing this. I mean, we're 8.5 years into this. Just trying to provide traditional technical analysis, some education and market updates. So I am very grateful for y'all, for real, after all this time. We've all gotten a lot older, right? Some of us not as much, but yeah, here's your SpaceX. It's terrible, dude. I just don't even. I'm glad that they found some bids at 111, 112 Thursday and Friday, but dude, at the end of the day, literally end of the day on Friday, it was the lowest daily candle close ever again on SpaceX. Yeah, like, I don't know where the floor is going to be. You got to wonder, at some point they'll give you a reflexive rally. There will be a short squeeze. There's got to be a short squeeze at some point. But remember, the SpaceX chart is the biggest form of casino you could ever have right now. You're flipping coins, man, praying to God that this is the bottom and you're going to get a rally, and the rally will be short-lived and will end up much lower than the previous high, and we'll probably roll over again for a second test of a bottom if they ever put it in. So earnings, who even cares? August 6th, unreal. 10 days, 11 days from now. Why do they even have earnings this early? You've been here since 2020. SoFlo, you said you started watching when you're 20 and now you're a year away from 30. Yeah, dude. Time has flown. Well, hopefully, you know, you are who you hang out with. You are who you listen to. Hopefully, like, if you listen to me, you probably, you know, you're not like watching someone who's doing something stupid. So you were hopefully influenced positively by me over your 20s. And I think people watching me in their 20s is the perfect time. 30s too is great, but it's good when you're in your 20s, because I started learning about technical analysis at 22. So, you know, yeah, we can look at Intel, you know, whatever, man. Hold on, I'm effing. And the motherboard has been, this motherboard I'm using that I think's about to be cooked, man. I was late to stream because walked in and just things were wrong. Yeah, so Intel here, I mean, is it the end of the line? Could be. They might gap it up, right? Of course. Like, what's going to happen in these stupid markets? Like, they gap it up and it's up 3%. Oh my. And it's still like below 102.50, right? It could just be a range that they lost. Even if they rallied it, you'd have to like worry about wherever the rally concludes, it's going to be a lower high than the high from late June, early July. So it was the lowest daily candle close confirmed on Friday since April 28th. And I mean, are the cracks coming? Are they becoming more noticeable now, the cracks and this high flyer psycho memory stock mania? Because there is plenty of downside if they want it to be over. There's so much downside. I mean, this is just, you can almost look at this like S coins. Remember what S coins would do? They would do stuff just like this. So, I mean, Intel, and like, you look at the weekly on it. Did we do that? No, the weekly, lowest weekly candle close since April 20th, right? You mean it's like a high, it's a slightly higher high. There's probably a little bearish divergence. It might be over, it might not be. I mean, I think like, what would be wrong if they took Intel to $76, that July 2000, August 2000 high? What would be wrong with the back test of that? You know what that would mean? The consequences of somebody that owns it high, they'd have to take another 17.5% haircut just before the first potential bullish back test of the old all-time high from 2000. That's insane. So it's like probably would be good to wait for prudent to hope for that and not do anything right now. But you do you, King. And it's probably the same type of situation you got on the other ones. I mean, AMD's freaking nuts, dude. That thing swings so much. I mean, it was a very mild week too, but it was so volatile. I mean, the swing from the low to the high. I mean, 12% swing, 12.3% swing. What's up, Kelly?
I'm with you since hyped on crypto days and beyond Matt Beasley days. Thank you for the great streams, Mitch.
Kelly Brown, thanks so much for the 10 euros. And my God, yeah, those are names I've not heard in a long, long time. Yeah, those were the days we haven't seen drama anything like that in all these years since back then, man. It was maybe there was some allure to that. Maybe that was, you know, people were into that, like the drama. Oh my God, I'm not crypto screwing you, dude. You gotta you gotta make a change, dude. Oh, Matt Beasley's, he's going crazy. He's going nuts. You got to get out of there. Liberation streams, right? Start your own channel. Dude, those times were crazy, man. It was like, when the earth began to form, it was all like crazy, just molten and lava, and it was just uninhabitable. And then earth just, then all the tectonic plates shifting and all that. Crazy mountains. And then now it's there. We still have that over time, but things are a lot more chill than they were at the beginning, the genesis of my streaming journey. What's up, Big Tex? Thank you for the 2 super chat, man. Much love. Yeah, the drama was freaking nuts. So AMD, just another high flyer that's just up there that could continue to climb for sure. I mean, I would imagine if Nvidia can get its act together, I mean, these might have a show too. They might have a part 2 Boogaloo. Yeah. Intel, and then Micron, MU, real quick. Just look at these freaking high flyers. It was up 8.48% on the week. You can barely even, like, how was this thing up that much last week? And just, right, you're just looking at something that's gone insane, and it could continue to go insane, man, or it could be literally over and we don't know it yet. But you definitely are in some sort of final phase of I mean, this is what market mania, this is 2000, this is 1998, 1997, 99. This is what they all look like in the moment. We didn't know though, but you had pullbacks, right? You can go back and see like the same type of stuff back in 99, where you would have like crazy pullbacks, freakish. Dude, look what happened in a week. Micron, okay, think about it. Up 21% March 13th week 2000. Then like a couple weeks later, it's down 6.5. And then 2 weeks later, it's down 25%. Then the next week, up 30%. then up 11% on the next week, then down 13% on the next week. Oh my God. And then it actually goes freaking higher. And eventually, once it broke above that ceiling it put in, it was up 22% in May of 2000, ran all the way up in the next 41 days, 37%. And then it was over, but it was really hard to know. But if we look back, we can see that there was some type of like deep retrace, 786, high to low. They attempted a rally, made a lower high. And then once you broke that B point, I guess, that swing low, that was when it was just completely over. So my God, the volatility back then, and I think now, is kind of testament to where we are. We're not in some normal consolidation, dude. We are in somewhere in here right now on Micron and Intel, AMD. Okay, you don't. So we haven't. The good news is, I guess, is you do not have a weekly discernible lower high. Where if they did something like this, we would probably be screwed. We might very well be screwed on Micron if we get that visible on the weekly. Good news, we don't have it yet. So there might be insane upside. They could take us, oh my God, it's up another 32% and make a lower high. So this is where you can get completely financially destroyed. You can be destroyed. You are virtually a snake handler when you're trying to participate on assets that look like this on a chart. You are a snake handler. You and there's no anti-venom. I mean, you might die. So, okay. But there are other ones, lots of other stocks out there that, doing things. On the semiconductors real quick. Let me pull these up. Yeah, like Marvel, crazy. This one's just been getting beaten down a whole month. What a terrible close. Oof. Yeah, but this is like what'll happen. You're trying to buy into moves up like this. This is what can happen in your portfolio so fast. SMCI was one that was already destroyed, but this is like kind of I cannot even believe what I'm looking at on SMCI. This is like a landmine to destroy your soul and portfolio because of all the I mean, there is like legit fraud and stuff going on this one. But dude, look at the effing weekly. This is unbelievable. It was down 3.5%, up 24.4% last week. Look where you are. You have the M shape. You got kind of a spring back test, literally at 2341. Like undeniably, it could be a type 2 return in the making. It's bullish divergence into convergence. It's like, actually, I can't even believe it. Maybe, you don't have to take action on this one because it's so like, why does it look like this when everything else looks so good? Because fraud and probably a lot of bad things. But my God, if you're talking about a harmonic trader standpoint on the weekly, it's phenomenal. It's like kind of unbelievable. Oh man, Scott Carney looking at this one on the weekly? Probably, maybe. I know he looks at a lot of stuff. But I'm just like, dang, dude, why does it look so freaking good? But why is it like a fraudulent? Why are they committing fraud and stuff? God, dude, it's wild. So I'm not going to apologize to ever being like, dang, dude, this looks like crazy good. Oh my God, dude, my PC is so effed. Okay, Unreal. You'll notice like nothing else really looks like that in the semiconductor space. I mean, like, look at Intel, Micron, AMD. Oh, Broadcom. Look at it, man. Just higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows. Nothing till September. No earnings till September. Flip your coin. It could continue. It could go back to 491 again, or they go back to 325. Like whatever. Just not like SMCI. ON semiconductor. All-time highs, but has been pulling back past few weeks, back below 100, back below 110. So, but no structure. Qualcomm, my God, dude, after hitting all-time highs, it's, you know, it hit freaking 260 from that high. I mean, it's down 36% in 55 days. Below most supports. No edge or anything like that. I'm just kind of showing you Texas Instruments that hit all-time highs. My God, it was so pretty. Reaccumulation stuff. It could be rectangle. But it's a high risk, man. I mean, this thing, like, they could take it all the way back down to 230 or 220 for a bullish back test for the first time ever, and it wouldn't be a big deal. So just, yeah, you're in high risk areas up here. Taiwan Semiconductor, another one where it just kept going, right? Like, remember, the rising wedge was beautiful, played out, performed pretty good, but still just ended up making higher. Like, they recaptured 141 and then it ran higher. So that's pretty much the best case scenario for a bearish pattern and an extremely bullish trend. That's what you're gonna get. So man, what a trend ever since, though. But that is 5 weeks of red candles. Look at the daily, maybe. Shoot, man. Trying to hold on that 390 level. Dude, you're just you're this high, this long. It's so difficult to want to buy it. That's why, like, SMCI looks so interesting, because it's like your chance for like cataclysmic drawdowns way lower in such a short period of time. They're just lower when you're identifying M shapes completing on the weekly with spring back tests and type 2 returns. That's why we like those. When you got looking at stuff like this, it's like, when is the music gonna stop on musical chairs? When are they gonna just rug this thing? That's what it looks like, you know. Anyway, so 48 minutes to the weekly candle close. I've been live now for an hour. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, that bell, that sub. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on, man. This is huge, though, on Bitcoin. Like, I mean, forget everything else. Like, okay, well, yeah, not much opportunity on the high flyers because the opportunity played out. It already happened, right? Intel, White accumulation, look at the results. Holy crap, up at 600%, whatever. But, like, Bitcoin been destroyed for so long. Now, after 10 months, we can say something redeeming about it. Been trash talking Bitcoin for a long time now. And it's like, hey, man, above 63,588, you got a chance for 70K, at least the 200 moving average. 72, 71, whatever it gets to. But we got a chance here, dude. It's the dragon. We got ourselves a bullish dragon pattern. We got a fractal from 2020, an inverse fractal from 2021, which is what you want to see. Aggressive accumulation psychologically, locally. And yeah, I mean, we're just waiting now for higher. And that argument will stay valid until buyers lose 63,588. Then the argument isn't really there anymore. Covered it right before the move, Beatroids. Oh, well, there you go. I mean, it looks just kind of crazy. SMCI, they've had an ongoing problem with like, I don't know, like their books. Haven't they been audited before or rated, like, overseas? Yeah, there's just stuff. You'd have to read into it, but I don't know the exact thing with it. But okay, y'all. Well, this is why I came live, man. I came live to just say hi to y'all, give you the market updates that you want, try to give you the value, try to provide value to you best I can. And yeah, man, like, I hope you all have a good rest of your Sunday, and take heed of Nvidia and maybe Bitcoin. But again, a Bitcoin or Nvidia above that key level, that 195, 196 level. That is so good. And if we could have the TA be respected on Nvidia, it would propel the entire macro. It would carry everything, including our precious Bitcoin. So we're really praying for that inverse head and shoulders on Nvidia to actually be real and break out and run to all-time highs for the sake of everything we hold dear in the market. All right, y'all. Thanks again for everything. Y'all the best. Y'all the real ones. Till next time, respect, achieve. Yeah.
But will be your destiny. But will be your destiny. Your destiny. Destiny. Destiny.